Michael Meredith, and I've been making this big old hand here for quite some time. It's taken way more energy than you can imagine, because it's been a couple failures, if not more. And this hand goes on a large sculpture I'm making, which you can see at my webpage. And what I want to show you today is a few little tools and ways I go about doing the sculpting work. This is a typical ceramic artist or potter's palette. It's flexible, and this one has rough edges, so you can smooth things. You can also scratch lines into it so that the slip will bond, and then you can add more clay and the clay will stick, which is nice, because if the clay doesn't stick, then it'll fall off, and that can be a real problem. Of course, when you're going to go for mold making, if you're not going to bake your hand in the kiln, then it's not as important. But if you are going to bake it in the kiln, if you're going to fire your ceramics, then you definitely got to get really good bonding. Take and flatten it out, make a little pancake, and spread it down. Then get one of my favorite tools, kitchen knife, nice old tool. Cut down the edges, smooth them out. Oops. Slip over there. Sometimes I don't bother to score it, I just put the slip on. Like I say, it doesn't matter if it bonds that well when you're doing the, you make a mold, you're going to make copies. That's mainly what I do, I make copies. I used to bake things in the kiln a lot, and I had a serious kiln disaster, so I stopped doing that. Anyway, I just like smooth it down, a little more on here, a little more on there. Okay, now get this back, done, and oops. I'll just keep smoothing it, I'll try to get it real smooth and not lumpy. It's kind of hard. And curve it a little, curve it, and if you got the curve. I get a better camera and give you a close-up of this. I probably need a cameraman too. Anyone want to volunteer? I live in Springfield, Virginia. Might not be too far from you. If you live in the greater Washington, D.C. area, maybe you can come by and be my cameraman, camera person, whatever. And anyhow, so now that's looking pretty good. Then I use the smooth side and smooth it down. Ow, God, this thing's too cut down. Little barbs. Okay, so now that's looking pretty good. And a lot of times I'll just leave that just like that, and then I'll come back later and I'll smooth it more, because it can be easier just to scrape it when it's a little harder. That's what we call leather hard. In fact, clay, when it's drying out, goes through all these different stages of drying out, and when it gets real dry like this, see, you can hardly poke it in there, you can carve it. You can get a sharp knife, carve it just like you would wood, except it's easier and it's more fun. And I like doing it that way too, because I did used to carve wood a lot, so it makes it nice for me. Checking out my profile of the old finger, all there across here. Wow. I think I'll put a little more right up here. I'm going to make the cuticles on this hand. I never have made the cuticles before. Should be a good experience for me. All the Renaissance artists always put cuticles on their sculptures. Boy, that's a lot of work. But those guys, man, they polish theirs. All that marble up and everything. I mean, it was an impossible amount of work. They had these a lot of people that wanted to pay, for that. These people don't want to pay for months and months of labor. They don't come quick and fast. So, it's just too bad. Not like the good old days. Back in Michelangelo's time. Oh, that's a little better. Well, like I say, a lot of times I'll just carve it, and I even have fired clay and carved it, depending on what kind of clay it is. It's kind of interesting. Do something about that. I think I got to fill in a little more over there. I'll just fill in a little over there. And anyway, I would encourage you to get yourself a ball of clay. You can go down to any old pottery supply or your local recreation center if they have a ceramics class. You can get yourself some clay, and the same place might be able to fire it for you. You know, bake it hard, because that's one good way of preserving it when you make a clay sculpture. And if you want to see some more of my work, go to bigsculpture.org, and it sure was nice hanging out with you guys today. So you have a good day. Wow.